In this example, we're going to look at applications of integer division. Represent the application problem using division in symbolic form and evaluate. Place all negative numbers in the symbolic form in parentheses, and there's also a note that you should use the backslash button to represent the division symbol. So the backslash button on your keyboard, it's the same as the question mark button, you just don't have to hit shift. So let's look at the first problem. 9 friends have a debt totaling negative $72. If they share the debt equally, what number represents the change in dollars for each friend? So write a symbolic expression using division that represents this problem. So notice we want to find the number that represents the change in dollars for each friend. So if they're sharing a debt, they're all going to have less money at the end, or negative dollars. Okay, so relative to what they originally had. So it's a fair sharing problem. They're sharing the debt, sharing the debt of negative $72 among the 9 friends. So symbolically, we take the negative $72 and divide that into 9 equal pieces for each friend. Okay? So notice this is our symbolic representation. Notice this negative 72 is in parentheses as the directions indicated, and we use the backslash button for division, and then we have the 9. Okay, so another way to think of this expression is like this. So you should be able to use and understand both of these representations of division. Now we need to calculate our answer. Well, 72 divided by 9, we know that's 8. Okay? And a negative divided by a positive is negative. And this makes sense because this means the change in dollars for each friend is negative $8. They're each going to have $8 less after they pay this debt. Let's look at the next one. Jorge bikes to school each day. If he can travel 8 miles in 2 hours, how fast does he travel in 1 hour? So we're trying to find his miles per hour. Okay. So we can look at his 8 miles, and we want to divide that into 2 equal pieces, and that will tell us how many miles he travels in 1 hour. So notice neither of these numbers are negative, so I can just put 8 and then the backslash and 2. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So here our symbolic expression is 8 backslash 2, and our calculated answer would be 4 miles per hour. Let's look at the next one. The temperature in Scottsdale changed by negative 70 degrees in 7 days. If the temperature changed by the same amount each day, what was the change in temperature per day? So we have negative 70 degrees split up equally amongst 7 days. So this is another fair share problem. We're going to take negative 70 and divide it equally among each of the 7 days. And this will be our symbolic representation. Okay. And notice by habit I put the division symbol, but on your keyboard you're going to use the backslash. Okay. Well, dividing 70 into 7 equal pieces is 10. 70 divided by 7 is 10. And a negative divided by a positive is negative. Okay. And again, this makes sense because if it's dropping by 70 degrees in 7 days, that means for each of those 7 days it drops, so we have the negative symbol 10 degrees. And let's look at our last example. Yvonne bought a total of 660 t-shirts. If there were 11 t-shirts per package, how many packages did Yvonne buy? So in this case, we're dividing 660 by 11. We're seeing how many t-shirts, how many 11 sets of 11 t-shirts are in 660. Okay, both of these are positive, so this is our symbolic expression. And then if we divide 660 by 11, these aren't too hard to do by hand. There are 11 goes into 66 6 times. And then 11 goes into 0 times, and we have 60 as our result. So that means Yvonne bought 60 packages.